Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's March 31st, and we're out here in the garden, and we hadn't done a garden update in a while, so we'll just give a tour, see what's happening. Right here, we have our cucumbers. They've got two varieties. These were started from seed after the other ones died from the freeze. Probably got way too many on that trellis, but they'll do just fine. We did have a few tomatoes survive that freeze, and what I ended up having to do was come back and trim all the dead and dying part off. They were slowly dying and dying, so whenever I come out here and I pruned them back, then they started coming back to life. Same thing with the peppers. There's a couple peppers that survived. They had to be cut back low, and then of course they leafed out or branched out from just below where they were cut. This one here is trying to come back, and there's one right here, and I don't think it's going to make it, but it doesn't matter because I've got some more paprika peppers growing from seed, and so I'll replace them. Let's see, our early peas, they're starting to come back now. They got kind of cold and kind of slowed them down for a second. And our daikon radishes are starting to come on. Onions are looking real good. They're starting to bulb up, a lot of them. This is the point to where you can't really give them more nitrogen. You want to focus on the growth of the bulbs, but you want to make sure they get plenty of water. And I've been watering regular. In fact, I'll water again today, but they are doing good, bulbing up. Now, we do have a lot of splits in here where we've got multiple onions, and this is because the freeze, whenever it got that hard freeze, it always caused them to split. So, but the garlic's looking good. On the garlic, it's looking like it's starting to extend up just a little bit, like it's getting ready to put up scapes, so it won't be long, probably a couple of weeks, and we'll have scapes coming on, and then I normally give it a couple of weeks after they start putting on scapes. I'll snap all them off, and you store them in the freezer and use them just like garlic. They're real good in salads because they're a lot sweeter. Surprisingly, we've got a pretty good amount of tomatoes that survived. These were doing the same way. They were slowly dying back. I come in here a little over a week ago, pruned them, and they really started taking off. Some of them I pruned till there wasn't much left because I had to get off all the dead stuff. And they shouldn't take long, they'll start coming back, but most of these come back, so I won't be set back on all my tomatoes. I probably had too many anyway, but we've got a few for our early tomatoes. We've got a few honeydews and other melons up here. We have put out our sweet potato slips, which if you'd followed along, you've seen it in the video. I have a few extra of some other varieties there, and then these will go to my sister-in-law. These were extra Covington slips. But these tomatoes that's in the greenhouse, like I say, there wasn't any heat, and it did get cold in here, but surprisingly, it just got down to 32. This was blooming before the cold. Now it's kind of changed its mind. It's not blooming, but this gold nugget, it is definitely blooming. I come by and whack it a few times, that way it gets pollinated. But you can see we've got plenty of little cherry tomatoes down here on the bottom. And so we should have a good bit. Now we got one limb looking like something's going on with it. I'll probably go ahead and cut it off. Our squash is doing good. It's getting about time that I need to put me some stakes, because this year I'm going to grow these vertically. See if I can't mitigate the vine borer problem. Now we've been pulling out our broccoli over here. We've got this one last plant, and I'm going to do me a salad today, and I think then this plant's coming out. Aphids are wanting to attack them. We pulled a lot of leaves off the bottom of our cabbage. Same thing, aphids have wanted to attack them. They take a lot of water this time of year, and with all that water, that'll encourage aphids to come in. Our beets are looking good, both the red ones and the golden beets. Our peppers are doing good. Now I was coming in and knocking off flowers off here, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much unless it's that little bitty one. These are cayennes, and they should do fine. The dill's looking good, and this late batch of carrots is coming along fine. Our okra is coming up here good. It's taking hold. And as you can see, our row of green beans that we put out, it's doing good. Now these radishes here, they're going to have to be pulled out. They've got a little bit too big, plus the bugs coming in on them, and we don't need that. But these kind of tend to get hot. I might get me a few for a salad, put in my salad, but they're pretty much going to be done. We put in a little bit of cilantro here. Our late carrots are still doing good. In fact, I'll harvest some of these. I just been kind of selectively going in here and getting different ones. Some of them short. They should be longer than that, but sometimes that's what you get. And then sometimes you get more to the size. But I like fresh carrots in my salad, and these are a real nice carrot here. This is Atomic Red. Normally I forget and don't let you see me harvest anything. We've got our cauliflower coming on. It should be starting to make a little head in there, but there's nothing exciting. We're trying to save a little bit of broccoli, so I'll have some for later on. What I'll probably end up doing is starting another batch, because the aphids are kind of coming in and we're having to pull all the leaves. And if I can't keep the broccoli healthy right now, if I can't water because of the aphids, then I need to start another batch. Now our bok choy, it's coming on good, and our Mitchahili, our marjoram, and our lettuce is looking good. Parsley's looking good, and our celery's looking good. For those of you that don't grow celery at home, now you could bunch this and put something around it and make it white, but this celery is it's perfect for harvesting as you need it. Just pull your little piece of celery, and I'll put some of this fresh celery in the salad. This stuff has got more chlorophyll, it's got more flavor, so it doesn't take a whole lot. But anyway, I'll harvest a little bit more of that for my salad. Or Hilton. Now, I think I come in here and sprayed this once, but I'm probably going to have to spray it again. Something is deciding to eat on it, which isn't good. It's done lost one. So I'll probably start another batch and see if I can't treat these. Our tomatoes that are our replacement tomatoes, these are just now getting to a size that I can think about putting them out. I'll probably wait just a little bit longer, but they've got their true leaves, so they're ready to go. We've got some peppers here. These are our paprika peppers. They're a little small still, and that's kind of a variety of tomatoes. And this here is our Cherokee purples. So we'll have plenty to replace the ones that'll just be a little bit behind. Now my onions, I had give a couple trays to my daughter. She's wanting some green onions too. And these are looking pretty good. I cut them off once, and that's probably enough. I'm going to probably here in the next few days get these put out and get them to growing. So we'll have green onions. Of course, they're going to try to bulb up. The spinach is looking good. It does look a little different. You can see right there, it looks a little bigger. Now it's a little bigger right here, but this was where the banana was. So it could have, part of it, it's got more potash, which that could affect it. Or the banana could have been pulling, because they are heavy feeders. It could have pulled the nutrients out of here. So whichever way. Now our watermelons, we've got a good row. We had a few of these survive, and then we come in here and planted some replacements. This is the Jubilee watermelons, and then we've got some Black Diamonds. Here's one, and there's one. We did have one survive, but then it died afterwards. It just couldn't take the stress. But we've got another one coming up there, but we've got some mounds that hadn't come up yet. They're a little bit slower coming up. Asparagus isn't doing as well this year as far as it, and it could have been that cold spell mess with it, but last year we were getting so much, couldn't handle it. This year, not so much. Then our fruit trees are putting on leaves. A lot of the fruit, even though we misted these through that freeze, dropped their fruit. And that's not a bad thing. This first year in the ground, so it's probably better that they didn't. But even some of my well-established trees seem to drop their fruit too. But anyway, that's what we're looking at. And I hope you enjoyed this little update in the garden. If you hadn't got your garden started because you're up in one of those cooler climates, just keep planting, get ready. And if you're down here in the south, well, what you waiting on? Get that stuff in the ground. Enjoy that gardening experience.